How many intros do I normally do? Oh, you know why you hear the cries? Because I'm about to make sweet potato fries. And they can't wait. They can't wait. Unfortunately, for sweet potato fries, they got to soak in water for like 2 hours. Salty water, draw the starch out. So that, and no one's going to listen to the whine. You see what I did there? See what I did there? Is that good?
I missed it.
You missed it?
Yeah. Sorry.
I was like, I'm doing this.
I'm
like
watching the crying baby.
I'm like the star of the show. She's not even watching me. She's like,
There's a baby in here.
I've been replaced. That's why I drink the wine. We're back with another recipe. Sweet potato fries. That's right. And if you're from the South, sweet taters. Is that how it goes? That's not how it goes?
I don't think so. No.
What do they say in Nashville?
In Memphis?
In Memphis.
Fries.
Fries.
Yeah.
Tater fries.
Tater fries.
Tater fries. It sounds like terrorized. All right. The beginning of this is fairly simple. I'm taking 4 large sweet potatoes, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna cut them up into even pieces, and then I'm going to put them in a bowl of heavily salted water. I'm gonna put that bowl of water in the refrigerator for 2 hours, and what that does is it starts to draw all the extra starch out of the potatoes, and it keeps them crispy when you cook them. And if you don't do this process, your fries will be soggy, especially sweet potatoes. So this is a very important step. Don't skip it. You actually have to soak them twice. Once in salted water for 2 hours, and then another 2 hours in just regular water. And you'll start to see all this white starch come out from the top, and you know you're good. Step number 1, cut the taters. And make sure you do this right, all right? Don't just mess around. They gotta be like French fries, and you're gonna cut them into even pieces. And you wanna make sure that they are like how you want them to be for potatoes. They are potatoes. How you want them to be for French fries. Gosh, how much wine have I had? I don't know.
Not enough.
Not enough. You can never have enough. So all I'm gonna do is look at these wedges and then think about how you want your French fries to be. Like, this is a good thickness for us. They need to be consistent in size so that they are going to cook evenly. And that's the most important thing. So cut them up, throw them in salted water. And this is where I do the fast part of the video and you have no idea what I'm saying. So this is where all the editing occurs and I just get to say whatever I want to say. That's right. All right, so there, I feel like I'm processing potatoes. So I've cut my potatoes and they are all about the same, size, and I'm just soaking them in this water. This water has been heavily salted, and I just want to make sure they all get in there, and I'm gonna put them in the fridge for 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, I will get them out, rinse them off. I will put fresh water in here and soak them for another 2 hours. It's gonna pull all that extra starch out. So when you fry them, they're super crispy. And I like them super crispy. We'll be back. I have been letting these rest in the fridge for 2 hours. I'm gonna get ready to swap the water. One of the things you'll notice when you swap the water is there's a lot of like white stuff down at the bottom. That's all the starch. And you wanna get that out. That's what makes them crispy when you fry them. So go ahead and now is a good time. It's been 2 hours. Dump this water out, put fresh water in, and then let them sit at least another 2 hours. If you can, I'm gonna let mine sit overnight, and then I'm gonna deep fry them tomorrow because then they'll be extra crispy. It's gonna draw more starch out, but you have to do it with fresh water. So I'm gonna swap the water out, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Our fries have been soaking overnight, and because we're busy with work all day, they've been soaking all day. A lot of the starch has come out, so feeling good about that. What I've done is I've laid some of them out on this paper towel, and I'm patting them dry because they need to be dry going if you're frying in oil. You don't want to cause any fires or accidents, so dry is best. You don't just take them out of a bowl of water and throw them in the deep fryer. That will cause all sorts of havoc. I have my deep fryer has been heating up to 375 degrees. You can do this at home with a Dutch oven filled with oil, shallow pot, whatever you want to do. Just make sure your oil is at 375 degrees. You should be good. I also have a seasoning blend here that I'm going to be using. The ingredients are in the description below, but it's basically 1.5 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes, 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese, half a teaspoon kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. But this you'll probably do a seasoning to taste, and when it comes to the salt and pepper. So I may add a bit more or less just depending on what I get out of it, because the Parmesan cheese is salty. I don't want to add too much salt at the beginning. Always season your fries afterward, but here we go. I'm going to take our fries, take our lid off here, bring this up, and start to load our basket. These are going to cook for about 6 to 8 minutes, and then we're going to pull them out of the basket and let them drain a little bit from the oil before putting them in a bowl and tossing them with the seasoning. So one thing I will do is just don't want to overcrowd your bowl, your basket. If you're doing this in a pot, don't overcrowd it. You want it to be nice and shallow enough to go into the oil. I have my GoPro kind of in the middle. Hopefully it'll catch both sides, but just take it gently lowered in. Give it a little shake so that they don't stick. Make sure your hood vent is on. You have proper ventilation. This has a nice little covering here. It helps get it all going. And then you let it go. So what I'm gonna do while those are cooking, I'm gonna set a timer for 7 minutes. I'll do that. I'm gonna keep patting these off and drying them until I have them all ready. And we'll be back to show you what they look like. Make sure you check on them in between. Just, they need a little stir, shake to keep them from sticking together. Make sure you do that as well. We'll be back. About halfway through the frying process here, I'm gonna look at them, see if they need anything. They're coming around nicely. Looks good. Feeling nice and crunchy in there. I'm gonna keep letting these go. I set my timer for 7 minutes, and I think that's gonna be just about right. Gonna dump these out on this tray. Get some of that oil off. Hot. Just try to pad a little bit of that oil off because it's a lot. But not all of it, because you need some of that oil when you toss it. So all I'm gonna do now, put them in my bowl. So here you can see them all nice and crispy in the bowl, unseasoned and hot. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of our seasoning here. Sprinkle it on there. I'm gonna give these a toss. And taste. Oh yeah. Well, if you want them crispier, go ahead and leave them in a little longer, and I might do that on this next round. But here you go. Look at that. And again, if you need more salt, pepper, garlic, whatever you want to do, that's how you do it. I'm gonna fry up the rest of these, and we'll be back. So there you have it. Sweet potato seasoned fries. I finished it with a little bit of salt, and that's it. These things are delicious. We've been eating them. I cut up 4 sweet potatoes. We've eaten half already. So please like and subscribe for more videos. We will see you next time. Until then, make some sweet potato fries.